I'm gonna do my lasagna. I love cooking outdoors. Awesome. Gotta get the hot rocks in the truck. The heat is just radiating off these. You see, I wasn't kidding you. Another handy trick to know. If your vehicle doesn't start in the bush and you gotta stay with it. Hi, I'm Greg Ovens, and this is Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. Okay folks, what I want to do in this video is I want to cook a lasagna on the fire. I should mention that, you know, anything that you can cook at home, on your stove, in the oven, can be done on a fire. If you learn how to do it properly with the right amount of heat. And I'll be using, for my lasagna, a tempered glass pot. Zach.
Oh, that's why Pyrex is good.
I thought this was Pyrex.
Shots fired. Hello. So anyways, I'm gonna do my lasagna before it gets dark here. Because I mentioned using hot rocks to heat the truck, I want to show you how efficient that can work. Now, if you have something like a minivan, you're gonna have to use a lot more rocks, unless you can section it off with a blanket or something you might have in there to isolate the heat. I'm not going to fake it by starting the truck and heating it up and pretending. We're going to use the hot rocks only. Let's get our fire going and get on this lasagna. I love cooking outdoors. Like I say, you can cook anything on a fire that you can cook at home. Trust me. Good needles for starter. Because I'm going to have my fire right here. I don't want this tree catching on fire. No. Well, that's a good fire starter. We'll just have to let the fire get to a bed of coals before I start cooking, and then I'll have to figure out how to put my grill on it too. Well, as luck would have it, I can't seem to find my grill. I guess I didn't bring it. So I'll have to improvise. I'll just use sticks, I guess. I think that's why I'm good at improvising out in the bush. I always seem to forget something that would be handy. We'll just have to make a grill. It's going to take a lot of snow too. As you know, you don't get much water out of a whole pot of snow. I think my noodles are almost done, and what I'm doing is I'm just preheating my glass pot. Get it used to the heat slowly. I don't want it breaking or something, and then I'll look like a fool.
Yeah, it just went kaplink and it broke.
Don't chip it up more.
Okay, my noodles are done. I'm just going to put my noodles here for now. That's hot. I think they'll stay. Wouldn't matter if they fell in the snow anyway, really. This butter's pretty hard. So that's enough onion. A little bit of garlic. The other problem is, now I'm reading on the glass pot here. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it. Anyways, what it says is not for stove top. Basically, it's just for the oven, 400 degrees. It looks like if I put this in the coals, it's just going to break on me.
Who's the dummy now?
So I'll put snow in my frying pan, boil the water, and put that in the frying pan. And hopefully it'll cook that way without breaking. That's what we're hoping. I know some people, they say, well, you're always using your hands when you're cooking. Well, I'm the only one eating it. You don't have to eat it.
Give him one quick whisk. Okay, now. Dig in.
I'm the only one out here. Big stick in there too. I think it's going to be good though. It's good enough. And then what I like to do is put cottage cheese before my next layer. More noodles. And then their matzo. I like bush cooking. I think that's enough noodles. Give these to the crows. They'll find it. Gotta feed the wildlife sometimes. I never skimp on cheese either. Love cheese. Barely got all the ingredients in here. But anyways, we'll get the lid on this, get it cooking. Try it tomorrow. So, while I'm waiting, the last video I said, did you notice anything different? So I'm gonna give it away now. I actually have a different coat. This is my coat from Patagonia, Mongolia. Similar patterns, but actually they are different. If you look close, the patterns are different. This is my mossy oak. Now I'm wearing my real tree. So that was the little thing in that video. I might just leave this overnight on the fire. It might take a while to cook. Okay folks, well, we're going to check that lasagna. I'm going to have to heat it up. I took it off the fire and sat it beside the fire. It was cooking pretty good. But I got to get out there, build another fire, and heat her up and try her. And you know what the other problem is? This truck is too narrow for sleeping in properly. I don't really like this. You got to sleep with your knees bent. It's really not ideal. It's not like my Ranger where I had the box, the canopy to put my foamy and stretch right out in. This is not ideal. But anyways, that's nothing to do with the lasagna. Well, the frying pan is ruined, I can tell you that. The lid was kind of stuck quite good. Everything looks pretty melted. Since the coyotes didn't get my cheese, I may as well throw a bit more on the top. At least it didn't blow up.
We didn't waste the tail.
All these little fibrous pieces of charcoal from it burning all night. When it goes out, usually with one spark, you can put two pieces of charcoal together and just blow a coal, and then you got instant coals right away. So we'll try that one. That's how you do that trick. Well, it's all done. I just want to brown my cheese a bit now. Okay. So, lasagna on the fire. despite the fact we had some setbacks. Well, let's see what it's like. See, anything you can cook at home can be done on a fire, even when you run into issues like I had. No grill, pot that wasn't meant for the fire, no can opener, no dishes. But I love skip the dishes. Just eat out of the pot.
Didn't your mama teach you any manners?
Awesome. Just collect about 4 rocks like this. That's gonna warm the truck up really nice. Tomorrow morning, when it's cold, that's when I'll show you this trick. It's another beautiful day in the tropics. Yeah, we got lots of ice on the windshields. Some neat patterns too. It's -9 is what it is. But we'll get the rocks heated up. Try to show you how efficient that can be for heating your vehicle. Probably they'll have to sit in the fire for an hour or so. Let's get the rocks heating up. Try to warm the truck up a bit. I might even cook something to eat on the rocks. It seems like my steaks are frozen. Oh well, they'll still cook. So I tied some wire around my rocks, and hopefully I can transport them that way. Get the fire going. It might take an hour to heat these up. Whatever it takes, if this is the trick you're relying on. I still got some coals from the fire last night. Yeah, she's a little chilly. So I couldn't find a flat big rock that I could pry out of the ground to put in the truck, but I do have this piece of metal box. I'm gonna put that upside down, put my rocks here. So I'm ready to put my rocks in and show you the windshields. All iced up. Gotta be careful you don't touch anything with it. You just gotta watch. This is a big one. Is that wire hot? I hope not. Lock the doors. Come on, get in here. A little awkward. Looks like I only got room for the 2, so hopefully the 2 do it. Oh yeah. The heat is just radiating off these. But I see my camera lens is fogging up on me now. Oh, it's already, they've only been in here. I'm gonna have to wipe the lens, I can see. They've only been in here a few minutes and the ice is literally just melting off the windshield. Look at the ice. It's just melting like crazy underneath the rocks. I can feel the heat already in here. Well, I tell you what, you won't believe this, but these rocks have been in here, I would say 4 or 5 minutes, and the ice is almost gone off the windshields. And the temperature has come up about 6 degrees in 5 minutes in here. Unbelievable. So in about 5 or 6 minutes, we're up from -9 to 0. You see, I wasn't kidding you about heating your vehicle with hot rocks. The ice is almost off these windshields already in a few minutes. You can watch it melting off the windshields. It's unbelievable. See, another handy trick to know if your vehicle doesn't start in the bush and you got to stay with it. I didn't have to turn the fan on, and trust me, I did not start the vehicle. There's no way that your vehicle, starting your vehicle in that kind of cold, would have defrosted this place as quick. That's 10 minutes, and we've gone from -9 to +5 in 10 minutes. Ice on my steak. So I can sit here in warmth and cook my breakfast on the rocks. I just can't believe how quick it warmed this place up. I'm going to give it another half an hour and see how hot we can actually get it in here. It's comfortable now. I'm just sitting and cooking my steak on the rocks. Unbelievable. So you can probably hear my steak cooking. This is amazing. And it's gone from -9 to +10 in about half an hour. So 20 degrees in half an hour. The ice was off the windows within like minutes. It was unbelievable. Mind you, I had pretty big rocks and I had them in the fire for about an hour. But they'll hold their heat for hours. So you can imagine you put these in the vehicle at night, it'll stay warm all night. But make sure they don't touch something that's going to burn your vehicle down.
Are you mad at me?
My steak is done too. So I hope you found that informative. It goes to show you. A couple of big hot rocks, an hour in the fire, you can keep your vehicle warm all night. Like these rocks will stay warm for hours. And I actually was surprised myself how quick it defrosted and warmed the truck up. And I cooked my steak. So, Greg Ovens, I'll see you on the next one. Steak's done too. Hot rocks are handy, boy.